Hey there, Sagittarius. I hope you guys are doing well. It's been a little bit since I've been online. As a lot of you know, I have to have a neck surgery, and that unfortunately got postponed due to some other stuff going on with me. But yeah, it's still in the works. I feel better right now, and I want to do a reading for you guys. We are in May 2021, but I'm just going to consider this a timeless reading, considering I'm not sure how frequent I can actually be posting and uploading right now, just with everything. So we're going to play it by ear, but it's a timeless reading as of now. Okay, show me energies for Sagittarius. And I'm going to do a general, couples, and singles. Okay. So let's get into this energy for the general. We're going to do a spirit message first. We have humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Okay. Humor coming out in that regard. Let's see here. Which deck? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do financial, a card for financial energy. All right, so we have the Eight of Swords coming out here for you guys for financial energy. Your communication with others, communication coming in towards you. You have the Sun. Very good. Shit. Give me 1 second. I need to get everybody over here. These cards are so slippery. Like some interesting coating on them. Okay. So you have spiritual, financial, communications coming in, and then we have our love energy. So go for this deck. Love and relationship energy for Sagittarius, please. General energy. You have two cards coming out. You have the Two of Swords and the the Knight of Swords. Let's move these over a little bit just so you can have more visual space. I want to cramp everything up. So for the spiritual energy of this humor, where are we needing to have humor in our lives? For some of us, we've been under an immense amount of pressure and stress and sadness and worry and just holding on to feelings and not being able to open up. And I'm feeling like bottled up energy, Sagittarius. I've talked about this in different readings, but sometimes we just need to laugh. And this is going to sound silly, but there's laughter therapy. I'm not sure where its origin is from. I think it's like from Asia, but it's laughing. It's just laughing. And if you feel uncomfortable doing it, just make sure you're by yourself if you feel uncomfortable being around people doing this, or do it in your car when you're driving. Maybe not unsafely though, but like you just start laughing, ha 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 ha, and like you keep going and you keep going, and it almost sounds maniacal, but it's like you're raising your vibration, you're changing the vibration of things. You keep laughing even if it feels stupid and weird. It's laughter therapy. It changes your vibration. Humor, so there's one aspect there. I remember watching something, oh God, I think it was The Secret, actually, if I can remember that correctly. A lot of people have seen The Secret from years ago. But I believe there was a woman in The Secret that I think she was diagnosed with a very difficult cancer. And one of her personal methods of therapy was to laugh. And so she would watch funny movies. That was her goal. She never watched anything. She eliminated films that were sad, that were painful, that were angry, that hurt her, or the premise was uncomfortable, thriller, drama, suspense, murder. She just watched happy, funny movies and she raised her vibration. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. For that to come out, it's telling me that some of you are needing to have a break. You're needing to be able to get out of I don't know, I almost feel like a little bit of a cell, like a monotony in a cell, like you're kind of going over and over and over in circles, doing things that are not really feeding you in a spiritual sense. They're not feeding your happiness. And so even if it's talking about humor, I'm picking up the necessity for happiness to be coming through here, to have a difference in perspective. I feel like this is just whatever we're dealing with has become like kind of gloomy and gray and cyclical. And so we need to break away from that, okay? I'm going to go ahead and pull a little card for that guy. Show me humor. You have the sun, which is wonderful. So very, very healing energy. I also feel like communication with others. I don't know if there's communication with others that needs to be opened up. I don't know if you've kind of like reclusively secluded yourself from others. Perhaps it's time to reintegrate. Perhaps it's time to go out and just have a nice time with a person that you can safely trust. Online tea chats or something like that. Maybe it's just time to have a face-to-face, like Zoom conversation with a friend, like a dear friend that you haven't been in contact with for a while. Something to break things up and relieve and alleviate this monotony that I'm picking up on. The sun is about happiness. It's about self-awareness, being able to change experience. It's aha moments. It's feeling good. Some of you may also get fed from the sun. We spend like 90% of our lives in the sun. This is unheard of. The history of our world, we've always been outside working. It's just now in these last 100 years that work has been pretty much located inside. We're inside all the time. And most of us in offices are under fluorescent lights. I cannot guarantee this, but this is something I heard a long time ago, and please do some research on it, because I'm going to say this, and I swear to God, I'm not trying to mislead anybody, so research it if you need to. But I remember hearing something about fluorescent lighting is not the greatest for our bones. I guess like it depletes calcium or something like that. I could be 100% wrong, but I'm putting it out there because... just because. So do your research. I'm not trying to lie to you, but just do your research. Either way, we're not getting enough sunshine. We're not getting enough we're photosensitive human beings. We need the sunshine. We need the vitamin D, and that's another thing. I can't give medical advice, but if you do your research, most of us are deficient in vitamin D. So personally, I take about 5,000 to 10,000 units a day. It helps, I'm not entirely crazy yet, so I think it's doing something good. But yeah, if you want to look that up, do that. I'm not going to recommend that dose for everybody. That is my own personal decision. Do your research, okay? Bring your vibration up. Soak in the sun if you need to. Be part of something fun. Okay, enjoy yourself. For finances, you have the 8 of Swords. This is often going to talk about situations that we don't know how to make our next move towards. We have a fixed amount of information on something, whether it be a new opportunity coming in, perhaps it's a situation at a job where you're kind of having to second guess yourself when it comes to the people around you, and it's going to take a toll on your mental health just because it's kind of like I'm picking up an excessive worry when it comes to this. Try to stick to the facts of what you know. Okay, try to stick to the facts of what's in front of you. And the thing about this one is generally with the 8 of Swords, this person could generally walk out of this. This person actually looks pretty tied up here. Okay, so it almost tells me that no matter what situation you're in, you are subjected to it and you can't necessarily get away from it as you typically would. So there is some sort of merit to your concern and worry, but even more so, stick to the facts in front of you, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get a clarifier for that. Show me the Eight of Swords here for Sag. So you have the Devil. Okay, so this is Capricorn energy. It can talk about in work capacities. It can talk about toxic work relationships, especially people who, say they're your friends, they stab you in the back, they kind of have ulterior motives, secret agendas, they steal your work, stuff of that nature. Be conscious of that, just so you have an understanding that you kind of maybe need to watch your back. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Just, again, look at the facts for what is being presented to you and go from there, okay? Speculation here is almost kind of your worst enemy because it kind of entraps you. So just be very clear on what is being presented to you in honesty and fullness, okay? And if you need to separate yourself from people that may be backbiting, or perhaps you thought that they were a friend or confidant at work and they turned out not to be, now is the opportunity for you to move away from that, to the best of your ability without losing your job, okay? Show me the Sun here in regard to communication coming through. You have the Sun here twice, which is great. This is new information coming in, positive information. This is, new leads, new opportunities. This is great news when it comes to pretty much anything in your life. So you likely will be getting a lot of good news in whatever arena it is that you're going to experience it in. Give me a little bit more for this, for Sagittarius. Kind of communication energy is the Sun bringing. It gives you a lot of information that you might not have seen in the past or not been privy to. Okay, hang on one second. So you have the Seven of Wands coming out for the Sun. You have the Ten of Cups. And you have the High Priestess. So Piscean energy here. We have a lot of energy where it's kind of interesting because it's I feel like this is insider knowledge. You may be receiving insider knowledge from somebody that you didn't necessarily expect it from, but it comes through. It also brings a fair amount of satisfaction. And I feel kind of like a sense of emotional relief where maybe you were kind of guarding yourself before, or not open to a different idea or a different way of believing, perceiving in something because you've experienced it a certain way for so long. And here we have this kind of influx of information or something being shared with you that perhaps you didn't see coming at all, but it's done kind of on the hush. It's not known to everybody. It's made for you, to you. And it helps you gain a lot of access to new opportunities. And it also comes in, I feel like, at the right amount of time, the nick of time, okay? In regard to love and relationships, you have the Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So this is a lot of communication needing to happen, especially if a situation with other people, could be relationships, family, friends, lovers, whatever it may be. It could be a situation where there has been a lack of communication for a long time. And with the Knight of Swords here, this energy is basically coming in to rectify this energy. It's to be able to open things up and communicate in a very serious manner to get to the heart of the matter. So we can have honesty. The Knight of Swords is very much geared towards trying to find the truth of a situation, to be very real about a situation, to to not beat around the bush. They're very blunt and they're very kind of forceful sometimes in the way that they command attention in communication. But here it's we have the opportunity to do so. With the Two of Swords being there, it almost feels like we're guarding something. It may be emotional, it may be needing to keep it secret, or something has just been kept for a while, but it needs to open up. So let's go ahead and get a clarifier of this. Show me for love and relationship energy for Sagittarius, the Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Okay. You have the Ten of Wands here, okay? This energy is interesting because it's almost as if either these are secrets or things that have been kind of kept from you, or somebody keeping things from you. And this isn't surprising coming through here with the communications. It's almost as if somebody opens up an opportunity to communicate with you and to give you a very, very solid piece of information that you were either missing or was very integral for you to move forward from this point. This is something maybe that they have a fair amount of guilt withholding from you. Perhaps it's something that they've chosen to tell you when it was the right time to tell you. Either way, it feels like it's opening up. This is a burden that's opening up. This could be somebody who, perhaps it's a boss, perhaps it's somebody in a sense of power. I'm feeling like there's an element here of like hierarchy to a degree, but that is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and put these cards back, and we will get into the couples and singles readings. Okay, I hope that this was helpful for you. My God, where's the decks? Jesus. I have like 50, 60 decks, and oh my God, they can be so confusing sometimes, I swear. Just want to make sure everybody gets in the right deck, because sometimes I'll be shuffling and like a card from another deck will come out. I'm like, where the fuck have you been? Okay. Okay. So, Sagittarian couples, let's go ahead and get into this energy for you guys. I am going to be using the romance angels for this reading as well, but I'm going to give a little bit of an oracle energy here too before we get into it. Show me for Sag couples. We have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So adversity is the first card out of this deck. Okay. The romance angels. Okay. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I feel like I need one more, two more. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. We're going to do one more. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay. And I want to do one over here. Two. Okay, two. Show me for Sagittarius. Couples. Sagittarius couples. Okay, you have 3 cards coming out, Sagittarius, and we are going to take them. So first card out, listen with your heart. You are listening but need to hear with a loving heart. Express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. And take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. Okay. Keep an open mind. Let your friends help you. Engagement. This is interesting energy for a couples read as well. So let's get some clarifiers here, and then we will get into the reading a little bit deeper. Which deck? This deck. Okay, this one keeps popping up today, so we're going to do this deck. Show me adversity. The 9 of Wands coming out here, Sagittarius, adversity. Show me keep an open mind. Is that too many? That's too many. It's like 5 cards. Show me keep an open mind for Sagittarius, please. Thank you. Thank you. So you have the 3 of coins, and it looks like you had one fall out as well. 4 of coins. Interesting. Okay. Let your friends help you. Show me let your friends help you for Sag. You have the Hangman. Piscean energy. Show me engagement. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Listen with your heart. You are listening but need to hear with a loving heart. The Five of Coins. So you have the Three of Coins, Four of Coins, Five of Coins. So there's a progression here, but it's an interesting one. Express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. Show me this. You have the King of Wands in reverse. Okay, I didn't even have to ask for that one. Seven of Cups. Okay, so, all right, Sagittarius. Adversity, we have the Nine of Wands. With adversity here, it feels as if there's communication is off. And I'm saying that immediately with this King of Wands in reverse. Now, the King of Wands in reverse can be a very difficult customer. You know, very, very, and I don't mean like a difficult customer in a shop or a bakery. I mean, this person can be very difficult. They can be very forceful, demeaning. They can be somebody who is in a sexual bent. They can be somebody who can be a bit sexually abusive. They can use people to their desires. You know, they can be very self-serving in that regard. It's somebody that doesn't listen. They have a hard time listening. They're very, very abrasive, abrupt. They cut people off. They have very little affection for people. It can be very, very harsh, you know. So if you're dealing with somebody like that, it's almost as if we're here in a couplehood where it's, or a couple's relationship where it's like we're kind of safeguarding ourselves, where we watch the type of communication that we're giving out. You know, we're watching our words. We're making sure that we're protecting ourselves. If there's any children involved, this is also a card that can talk about protecting your children. They become your first priority. Either way, this is making sure that we are protecting and respecting our own personal beliefs, our pursuits, and ourselves in a relationship or connection. So if that is the adversity energy here, you know, there are challenges that need to be, you know, worked through. Keep an open mind. We have the Three of Coins and the Four of Coins. So this Four of Coins energy with the Three of Coins, this is all about communication, being on the same page with somebody, working together with somebody. That's going to be affected if we have adversity here. And I want to say too, for couples, I know that this is a couples reading, but if this is relaying anywhere else in your life, like work or friendships or whatever, those are also relationships. Okay. So just keep that in mind. If it applies there, it applies there. I can't, you know, just if it makes sense there, it does. This is about needing to get on the same page with people, being able to communicate in a solid way. Not where you are feeling like you're being ignored or you are being pushed aside, you know. And for the Four of Pentacles to be here, it's kind of a frustrating energy because the Four of Pentacles doesn't let anything in. It doesn't let anything out. It's very, very restrictive when it comes to dealing with things. Now, this also could talk about money as well. Money may be an issue in this relationship. We have Three Pentacles cards here. And I know in relationships in the past, for me, money has been an issue sometimes in my relationships, and it can cause contention. It can cause issues. It can cause a lack of communication, or sometimes people can withhold information where they should be on the same page with the people, with a person, you know. If somebody is withholding information, we may need to keep an open mind that, you know, maybe the person that we're withholding from can be trusted with it, or maybe they should be trusted with it. You know, I don't feel that that is going to be the person that is being withheld from. I don't think it's their job to keep an open mind. You know, maybe it is. I don't know. Perhaps it is. Okay. So perhaps it's kind of like in reference to the general reading where I said somebody will tell you in the right time, or somebody will open up when they feel that it's necessary or that the timing is right. So maybe that is that. Maybe there's a reason to be upset, but also there's a necessity to keep an open mind when it comes to this. Either way, the focus here is to be able to have connection and communication. I want you to look at this card really quick, Sag. You have this person lollygagging, happy as can be with their little pentacle here, and then there's two people in back, and they're gods. But let's just look at their faces. Let's look at their energy. They're not happy. They're not happy. And like generally, this card is going to talk about people that are working in unison on the same goal, being effective in the same, in the same ways. They're trying to work together. Nobody's working together here. This person's just doing their own thing. Okay. So everybody needs to be on board here. Everybody needs to be brought into understanding. Yeah, I feel somebody's like either holding on to things to their own detriment, or they're not expressing something here and it's to their own detriment, it feels, to a degree. And that's for some of you. So let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. With the Hangman, this is almost as if we're keeping ourselves from our friends. We're not opening up. We're not expressing ourselves. And if friends, co-workers, boss, whatever it is, somebody who you should be able to open up to, we're kind of not opening up. We're keeping things shut down here. It may be in order to get a different perspective of something. It may be to give some time so things can air out. But either way, this is about getting a new perspective. Pisces energy. It's seeing things from a different angle, but there's a point where you have to open up and communicate here, or you have to open up and see a different understanding or a different viewpoint, because you can't stay in one position stagnantly for so long. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card for that just because it seems a little bit, quiet. Give me one more for the Hangman and let your friends help you. So you have strength. This is patience. Leo energy, Pisces and Leo energy here. With strength, though, this can very much talk about, like I said, patience, but also like it's requiring you to basically tame yourself, to tame reactionary energies, especially if you're in a relationship and you feel like your partner is either like withholding information that's necessary for you, or it affects your financial status in the relationship, or it affects some sort of stability within your relationship. Sometimes in relationships also, there is a partner who is either the breadwinner or they make more money. I'm kind of concerned if somebody is in that capacity, maybe they are like making decisions that require your permission or your input, but they're making them without that permission or input. And so that can also be destructive in a relationship. I just want to say that. So there's a necessity for you guys to be able to communicate here. But when you do, make it effective communication. I feel that that's something that's necessary to say here. But yeah, there's patience in this as well. Just be aware of that. Okay, if that resonates, it resonates. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So with all of this being said, whatever has been held on to or arranged without somebody's permission, I feel like somebody doesn't have like a full say in a matter, even though something may also be working to your benefit, but maybe without your permission. It just seems like there's this weird, like, nebulous area that I'm picking up on. With the Wheel of Fortune here, though, what it's telling me is that positivity is coming through from it. Okay, so sure, you could talk about engagement, put a little ring on it, whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm picking up is you're ascending to a higher level of commitment. So whatever this is happening here, there's an aspect that it's trying to raise something here. It's trying to make things happen in a better way. The Wheel of Fortune is where it's kind of like a blessing from the universe. It's good things, positivity happening for you. There can be increase in money, sometimes the wheel of fortune can also have an opposite effect, so if you're doing like super, super good in money, sometimes it can kind of turn your world upside down a little bit. But here I feel like there's some sort of general good that comes out of this, and it helps things to ascend. I just feel that it's important for both parties, both partners, to be on the same page versus somebody having like full say of things. I feel like both people need to be together in this situation, okay? Listen with your heart. You are listening but need to hear with a loving heart, and the 5 of coins. So again, it reminds me of this energy of not being included, okay? Not being included, especially when it comes to resources that are at your fingertips or that you have available to you, but you almost feel like an outsider, yet you still are potential recipient for things to come to you. So let's go ahead and get a card here for that. So interesting, you have illumination. This deck that comes with this card, illumination. This is an energy of, it's kind of like a make it up as you go. It's whatever needs illumination in your life will be brought to you. And here we have at the bottom of the deck the 5 of Cups with that. So what it's telling me is that if somebody's withholding information, maybe that's not how they see it. Maybe they think they're just making decisions or whatever, but they need to be including you, or you need to include your partner. There's something here about that. But in the end, I feel like there's regret when it comes down to how it's perceived in the end. It's like, oh God, I should have done differently. Or maybe it helps somebody understand that they need to allow another person to be part of this situation, to be part of making decisions or whatever it may be in your relationship, just because it essentially distances people, and we need to both be very equally matched here with our partners when it comes to managing our relationship and the intricacies within it, especially on financial levels or important aspects of your relationship. Express your love through gifts. King of Wands in reverse. Why is the King of Wands in reverse? You have the Moon here. So somebody being very, very stubborn, very, it's kind of my way or the highway energy. It's kind of, I do what I do, therefore I do, You have the Moon. So this is energy where we are not privy to information. I feel like this is kind of just a replay of this kind of information. This is harsher, so perhaps I'm missing here some sort of level of harshness or perhaps severity within the message. You're each going to know what your situation is, but it feels like perhaps somebody is having a harsh tongue, or perhaps they're very abrasive. Perhaps they are intentionally withholding information. This is about secrets, things that you don't see, things that you don't know, okay? Here at the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Swords as well. So this can talk about situations that are very uncomfortable to experience with your partner. This can be energy that, if it's not rectified, it can cause a divide within a relationship, or can cause you to lose trust in your partner. The thing about the 3 of Swords, though, upright, is when it's upright, yes, there's a harshness to it, there's a sadness to it, but there's also a necessity to talk about it. Okay, and you can fix it, you can remedy it. In reverse, this card can talk about things being really, really bad. I gotta get out of here. This is fucked up. I can't take it anymore. This is over, done. It's upright, but it's still requiring us to communicate. And that can be very difficult when somebody is in their ego. The King of Wands in reverse can be very, very egoic. So just keep that in mind. They may need to have some communication. They need to open it up, and I feel like they may be having a difficult time opening it up. Give me one more for the King of Wands in reverse. The 6 of Swords. So this is good energy. It's talking about moving towards a new direction, allowing negativity, difficulties within communication, difficulties in the way that you're perceiving things, and perhaps they are perceiving things to move in a different way. Bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Wands. So this is about new opportunities, new directions, finding a new pathway other than what you have previously experienced. So it's an active change. It's actively wanting to rectify something to get away from it. I just think somebody's attitude needs an adjustment, like for real, because this isn't something that you want to maintain in a relationship. This King of Wands in reverse energy breaks relationships apart. It's not healthy. And also, I will say, if it's not somebody that's super angry or withholding information or like pig-headed or super egoic, this can also be somebody that has lost their zest and zeal for life. They're depressed. They don't have that get up and go. They don't believe in themselves anymore. Perhaps they're just worn down and they don't have it in them anymore. I'm picking up stamina as well. I don't, okay, well, so many fucking messages. So stamina, I'm getting maca. Maca is a root. It's an herb. It can also, so that's like sexual stamina, but it can also help as an overall thing. So again, do your research. I can't give you medical advice or herbal advice. I can just say words and you can look them up. Maca, M-A-C-A. Black maca is generally good for men, red maca for women, I believe. And then there's golden maca too. Very, very good phytonutrient, very good for balancing hormone levels as well. So this may be somebody that's just not feeling it anymore, perhaps testosterone decrease. Okay. Take a chance on love, and you have that Seven of Cups here. So it feels like there's been kind of a disconnect when it comes to how we express our love with our partner as well, or how we express affection, how we go about making them feel good. You know, it's like you can buy a person a gift, but is it from the heart? Does it solve the problem? Sometimes what we really need is actually just being held by our partner, being spoken to, caressing the hair, looking into the eyes, communicating. I saw online the other day, if you put your toes together and sit across from each other, maybe some of you have seen this, if you put your toes together and sit across from each other and communicate, it's supposed to kind of balance things out and give you more equality in your connection and communication. But I feel here this energy is shifting. It's like there's kind of a crux here where we need to change stuff, but it's also shifting in a very positive way for you guys, okay? Give me one for the Seven of Cups and take a chance on love. So you have the Seven of Cups coming out. Here's the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups coming out again with the Two of Wands. And the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this is all about rectifying a problem, recognizing where perhaps we need to infuse more connection in our relationships, more love, doting energy, caress, touch, not just sex, but intimacy. Intimacy can look like a ton of different things, you know, gentleness, companionship, care, okay? There's an aspect of that needs to be brought here, and I feel it might be good to engage in that. The Two of Wands is telling me that this is a new direction, so it's perhaps doing things in a new way. If this is for you and your partner and you're hearing this, what new way can you help your partner? What new way can you what can you do to make them feel better? What can you do to make their day a little bit better? You know, can you do the laundry? Can you get air in their tires or change their oil, like without them knowing? Like, what thing do they need that they've been putting off that you can just kind of make a little bit easier, you know? I feel like that's going to help things move along here in a different way, because it almost feels like we're kind of emotionally out of balance or emotionally confused when it comes to how to, I guess, re-engage with our partner. And I feel like that also hits here with engagement, like re-engaging with our partner, taking it to a different level, shifting it up, breaking up monotony, laughter. Over in the other reading, the general reading, laughter or humor, I believe, was there. So how can we do that? Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck is telling me that somebody's going to work very, very hard at this. And if not one, both partners will. Okay. For this Seven of Cups to be coming out here twice, perhaps there's also emotional confusion within the relationship, especially after distance or anger or communication issues. So perhaps we need to have a therapist on board too, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? So I'm going to cap this off here. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and we're going to get into the singles. So, Sagittarian singles, please. Show me energy for Saggy singles. Sagittarian singles, you have one card coming out here. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I hope so. I'm going to take 2 more cards. Sagittarian singles, please. Hang on, you're falling on the floor. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to receive. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. You have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Great. That's wonderful. I'm really happy to hear that. Let's hope it goes in that direction. I feel like it will. Show me for Sagittarian singles, please. Like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. Practice compassion. See things from a fresh perspective. One more for Sagittarian singles. Do something for someone. Give your attention to another. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here because you got 4. We're going to put them over here so you can see everybody. Okay. Do something for somebody. All right, Sag singles. So, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Show me that, please. So you have the 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles was in the last reading as well. Stay optimistic about your love life here. This can talk a lot about transformations when it comes to new opportunities in love. It can talk about opportunities that perhaps in the past you've had difficulties in communication with people or staying on the same page. Sometimes people come into relationships with the intention of one thing and the other has the intention of another thing, and the twain shall not meet. I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of these cards and then we'll get into the rest of this, okay? It is safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. You have the Queen of Cups. Wonderful card. Show me new love for Sagittarius. The 2 of Coins. Like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. You have the King of Coins. Practice compassion. You have the 7 of Wands in reverse. Show me do something for someone. Give your attention to another. You have the 9 of Coins. And physical touch, please. Okay. You have the Emperor coming out here, okay? So, Sagittarian singles. I feel some of you may pulled away for a while, or maybe haven't felt comfortable like being in dating situations, or maybe you've come across people who haven't been open with you or expressive with you. Sometimes when that happens, it can cause us to pull back and kind of become reclusive in certain ways. And I feel here it's important to definitely stay optimistic about our love life, but also open up. You know, when people show that they're interested in you and you genuinely feel like you can be interested in that person, open up. You know, you guys are good about that in general, but like sometimes when people get hurt, they can shy away. So just, I feel like there's some opening up energy that we need to do here in regard to that. And it is safe for you to love the Queen of Cups. Like we have two court cards here, and the Emperor. So you may be coming across a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, Cancerian energy here. But with the Queen of Cups, this is definitely safe to love. This is a very, very easily lovable person, and they're somebody that opens their heart. They're somebody that's genuine, caring, very nurturing, very, very willing to listen to you. Sometimes they can be excessively that way. And I want to say that, of course, you'll recognize red flags when you need to recognize them, but don't cut somebody off because they're nice to you or they're very nice to you. Sometimes when people are really nice to us, or they can be very, very ultra caring, it can be a turnoff because either we think that we're total turds and we don't deserve that somewhere psychologically and subconscious, or we are not used to that, and so, well, there must be a motive. They must be a narcissist. They must be love bombing me. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe they're just very genuinely interested in you and want to get to know you, and perhaps part of their love language is gifts giving, or giving of their time or touch or sensuality. This energy, it is safe for you to love. I definitely feel that here with the Queen of Cups. It's a very nurturing and loving energy, very caring and wanting to be committed. When this type of personality, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, if it is truly a water sign, when they feel that they love you, heaven help the person they love, because they want to glom onto you. They want to merge with these people. They want to be part of you and express with you, hold your hand, wipe your ass. It can get crazy sometimes, and that's really and I don't mean to say that like that's what they want to do, but it can get to the point where it's very difficult because maybe you've never experienced love like that. Like, these types of people love with their full totality. Like, they don't let shit get in the way. They love, and they love hard. And so if you're noticing that and you're not comfortable with it, first off, give them your boundaries. Secondly, if you need to break it off, do not ghost these people. Do not ghost them. That will hurt them deeply, because if anything, if they're genuine, they're legit genuine, and it will crush them. I'm a water sign. I've got a lot of Scorpio, and I'm a Pisces, and holy shit, I know what that's about. Be kind. If you need to let them down in a kind way, and honesty. Honesty. They will sniff through dishonesty, and it won't be good. So, not like they're going to hurt you or anything, but it's just be honest, Either way, very, very good energy here. It's safe for you to love, and I like this, okay? New love through this energy as well. Two of Coins. So you may have two opportunities here with two different people. It's sandwiched in between the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. We're not gonna pay attention to gender in these readings because they're general. It's the energies that we're picking up on. So within this type of energy, you have this watery sign, or you have this King of Pentacles sign, which is Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This can be a very strong, sturdy, reliable person. This is Love Town Central, but it's also sometimes this cannot be, it's reliable in love, but sometimes the rest of the realities and practicalities in the world can escape this one. This energy is all about that. They want to know, they want to do, they want to make sure it happens. They don't have time for bullshit. They're very schedule oriented. They have a goal in mind. They want to achieve, they want to make it real. And that might be your cup of tea, and perhaps you have the opportunity for both people coming into your life. Very, very solid. Generally this person is going to be a little bit more, they're more monetary. They pay attention to the material world around them. They want the best of the best, and that is fine. But it feels like whatever you're going to be getting involved with, you have potentially two opportunities here, and this King of Pentacles is falling under like attracts like. So are you resonating with that energy? I want to also say, within readings and within like zodiacal stuff, when it comes to love connections, be careful about just saying, oh, I'm a Sagittarius, so I must get along with a Libra, or, a Gemini, or an air sign. Air and fire generally get along really well. Where is your moon placement?
Where's your Venus placement? Like, those are important things. Like, you know, a moon in Capricorn can be difficult because it's devoid of emotional, and not to say it's devoid of emotional connection, but it's hard to connect sometimes. It's very much about finances, about career, about getting things done. If that is the case, you might really resonate with this type of energy. If your moon is in Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, something warmer, Taurus, you might resonate more with the Queen of Cups. It depends. It's very dependent upon so many factors, but I just want to put that out there because a lot of people are like, no, I'm a Sag, this is this. It's so big. Okay, big difference there. Practice compassion, see things from a fresh perspective. And we have the Seven of Wands, which is exactly that. It's seeing things from a fresh perspective. It's allowing your old belief systems or the way that you think about things and perceive them to be washed away a little bit more, or perhaps you're allowing something different into your life so that you can actually have new opportunities, not colored by your past, not putting past experiences and the expectations or, mental outcomes you think onto a new person, because that's not fair either. This is all about having a new perspective here. Do something for someone. Give your attention to another. Nine of Coins. This can generally talk about feeling like you're in the position to give, and I'm not talking like give your money, but like give of your time, give of yourself. This generally can communicate somebody who feels very, very good about their life, where they're at. If you're in that position, it seems more likely that you will be comfortable to give more to another person. Either way, giving nature, you're giving nature would be very beneficial with both of these energies. They thrive on giving and giving more so, getting. But yeah, this is a very solid energy. And also too, I want to say something. Do something for someone. I'm picking up here. Do something for yourself, especially in regard to how you mind your eating habits. And I'm not saying like you're a schlub and like you need to get up off the couch. It's not what I'm saying, Sag. But like health is coming through here for me, like a health something. So, this person has a nice watermelon on their lap. Maybe it's time to eat more vegetables, more fruit. Juicing would be really good too. Having that kind of stuff in your body can definitely make a difference in how you appear physically, mentally, can do wonders for how you regenerate your system. Physical touch. A tender touch can mean so much with the Emperor. Now, this is kind of interesting just because the Emperor is generally somebody that can be a little bit more withdrawn when it comes to that. They're very, very work focused. So in that regard, this type of energy together here, the King of Coins, the Emperor, that might be a wonderful pairing, Also, too, I will say that while we have court cards here, we also have, there's another court card, but it's in a caliber in itself. The Emperor is a even higher, more exalted type of energy. This is somebody that would like own their own business or like be CEO of a business, or perhaps this is somebody that is an older opportunity as far as dating goes, and that this person can perhaps have a child or a family, they're old enough to have a previous family. But I would say don't cut them out of your opportunities. Stay optimistic about your love life. There are a lot of possibilities here, like legit. I see like 3 different possibilities here for you guys. So, show me one card here. So we have freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So yes, that's very much in alignment with the Nine of Coins. It's all about your own personal happiness. I will also say at the bottom of the deck, you have self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. We all need to work on our self-esteem. We all need to feel comfortable in our own skin. And that can also be challenging when we are getting involved with new people. We want to put our best foot forward. We want to seem or appear like we're something grand and, I don't know, ripe for the picking, whatever it is. Just be real.
Be real with yourself. That will allow you so much more freedom in your life because you're not having to live up to some sort of facade. Just be real. Be real, okay? So I love you guys. I hope that this reading was helpful for you. I'm going to cut it here. Yeah, if you want to, feel free to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you want to donate, there's a link in the description box below. It definitely helps me. I'm not working anything else right now. I have to have surgery soon, so I can't work. But I'm trying to do tarot here and there. And yeah, if you feel it, definitely help me. And I will talk to you guys soon. I hope everything's well. Take care, Saggies. Bye.